What's the best leg workout for your goals? Leg day is one of the biggest days in the gym. But different trainers have different methods. So in this video, we break down 6 complete leg workouts. From old school bodybuilding, firing up the fibers, to science-based techniques for size and detail, to help you create your best ever leg day. Let's start with a classic bodybuilding leg workout. Trainer Zolt uses an old-school bodybuilding plan for his leg day, with the simple goal of building size and density. His leg workout has a classic structure. Heavy squats first, then pile on the volume. Adding weight through the first couple of sets. Zolt already knows the maximum weight he can handle for a single rep. For the big push, he loads the bar to around 70% of his maximum possible weight and hits just 2 reps. These are called heavy doubles. Taking a long rest before going again. He's using a special breathing technique to brace his upper body. Before he goes down, he takes a huge breath and holds it in for the whole rep, creating a solid, stable core for the duration of the movement. Then, reducing the weight for 3 more sets. These big compound movements are not about going to failure. The job is to fire up the quads, making them ready for the rest of the workout. So then it's straight on to isolation. Leg extensions, moderate weight, higher reps, and a strong squeeze at the top of every rep. Next, Zolt moves to machine press. Because the movement is guided, he can use a lot of weight, safely. Feet set low on the platform to emphasize the quads. Heavy load going up, tension coming down. This is pure mass-building work. Loading the legs hard without worrying about balance or stability. On to walking lunges, a challenging functional movement. Taking wide steps, forcing the legs to work through a long range of motion. Finishing the back of the legs, lying hamstring curls, balancing the heavy quad work. Lighter weight, higher reps. Finally, calves. Standing calf raises on the machine. Deep stretch at the bottom, hard contraction at the top. If you're looking for the classic bodybuilding template, Zolt's leg workout is it. Big lifts, heavy loads, proven methods that have built massive legs for generations. But old school isn't the only way to train legs. What if you're looking for more precision, control, and crucially, avoiding too much load on the spine? Let's take a look at an expert leg workout for maximum gains. Mike is an advanced trainer looking for maximum leg growth with minimal stress on the lower back, using a highly technical leg workout. Starting with a warm-up on Bulgarian split squats, pre-fatiguing the quads before moving on to the more traditional squatting movements. First working exercise is front squats. Heels elevated to help keep the spine upright. Having the bar at the front puts more load on the quads. Then adding weight for a superset. Going straight into back squats. Back squats use more supporting muscles, so he can go heavier and push through nearer to failure. By now, the quads are already fatigued, so he won't need massive weights in the rest of the workout to stimulate growth. Now, on to the back of the leg. Lying hamstring curls, using a dumbbell between his feet. Because the resistance curve on this exercise is weaker at the top, Mike concentrates on the middle part of the movement, where resistance is strongest, and the hamstrings are doing the most work. Increasing the intensity now with a superset. Romanian deadlift, using a shortened range of motion for constant tension on the hamstrings. Straight into step-ups with dumbbells, keeping the quads active through this part of the workout. Mike's next squatting movement has dumbbells by the sides, so the load stays centered under the body, making it easier to keep a neutral spine. Having heels elevated helps Mike stay upright, to keep the emphasis on the quads, not the lower back. That combination helps him push through with a drop set to fully exhaust the quads. Next, it's walking lunges. Chest up, spine straight, keeping the muscles under constant tension. Finally, standing calf raises. Body weight plus a barbell. 30 reps per set. Mike's variation is to hold for 10 seconds at the top every 10 reps. Mike's leg workout is perfect if you're looking for precision, with plenty of single leg movements to ensure balance. Heavy where it matters, targeted where it counts, while protecting the spine against overloading. The complete leg day in one workout. But what if your goal is even more size? Our next trainer hits legs twice a week. Justin is a pro muscle model with an impressive upper body, but he feels his legs are lagging. But instead of lifting heavier or repeating the same leg session, he's created two very different leg workouts for different days of the week. The first workout is about foundational growth, high volume, heavy compound lifts, and loading the biggest muscles of the legs. It's the kind of leg day designed to build size first, before worrying about detail. Starting with back squats, a big compound strength movement. Nice and deep to activate the whole lower body. 5 sets of 5, same weight. A good controlled warm-up. Now to add some real volume, leg press, feet low and narrow on the plate to bias the quads. Not a crazy weight, but plenty of reps. Justin wants to create maximum fatigue without massive weights, which is why he turns to supersets. First superset, leg extensions, paired with seated hamstring curls. Superset 2 is good mornings, loading the hamstrings and glutes, keeping that straight spine, pushing the hips back. Superset with reverse lunges, working quads and glutes. Third superset is all about hamstrings, stiff leg deadlift, stretching the hamstrings, paired with one of the most demanding hamstring exercises, Nordic curls. Legs locked under a pad, the key is keeping control on the way down. That's an exercise not for the faint-hearted. Finally, Justin goes for a front squat on the Smith machine. But here, he's just doing the middle part of the movement. No stretch or squeeze, no locking out. Instead, using non-stop movement to create constant tension on the quads. So, this first leg day of the week is all about stimulating growth with big compound movements and high volume. Big focus on quads, but also balancing with hamstrings. But that's only half the story of Justin's leg training. So, on to Justin's second leg day of the week. And first up, a variation for front squats. Heels elevated to keep the spine straight. Justin's using an intensity booster to challenge the quads. 1 1/4 reps. Dropping down. Coming up partway and then back down again. Before coming up. Massively increasing time under tension on the quads and glutes. The workout continues with more variations and intensity boosters, especially for the back of the legs. Justin already used leg press for his main loading movement in workout 1. This time, it's a different setup. Feet are high and wide on the platform, shifting the effort away from the quads and more onto the glutes and hamstrings. As in Workout 1, Justin now builds the intensity with supersets. Starting with hack squats, overloading the quads. Into sissy squats, more tension to burn out the quads. Superset 2 uses leg extensions for more isolation on the quads. Then trap bar deficit deadlifts, standing on a plate to allow a deeper bend in the hips. Hitting glutes and hamstrings. The bar he's using keeps the weight closer into the body, helping protect the lower back. Superset 3, standard lying hamstring curls on the machine, torso raised to lock the hips down. Superset with Bulgarian split squats, forcing each leg to work separately. Finishing off with quads, glutes, hamstrings, and core. Justin's second workout uses different foot positions and rep schemes to throw the emphasis onto the back of the legs, while still keeping quads in the frame. Together, Justin's 2 leg days are a powerful combination for those who want to add serious size, without overloading the muscles with massive weights. Let's take a look now at a workout built entirely around time under tension. Eric is an LA-based personal trainer. Instead of chasing heavier weight, his entire leg session is built around one principle: time under tension. To keep the muscles working continuously for as long as possible. Eric starts with leg press, but instead of piling on weight, he slows everything down. Each rep takes around 6 seconds up and 6 seconds down. There's no locking out at the top, no pausing at the bottom. The muscles never switch off. The weight itself isn't extreme, but by the end of the set, the legs are under tension for far longer than they would be in a traditional heavy set. That extended time under load is what drives growth. Next, leg extensions. Using a 4-second hold to increase tension on the quads. Slow eccentrics into another extended hold. Quads already torched, he finishes the set with a fast burnout, kicking out as many reps as possible. The result is deep fatigue in the muscle fibers without heavy stress on the joints. Next, split squats on the Smith machine, working one leg at a time. This is similar to the Bulgarian split squat we've seen already, but the Smith machine provides balance and control. That support allows him to slow the movement right down, increasing tension on the quads and glutes. Eric's finisher is lying leg curls, a familiar isolation exercise. But Eric aims to exhaust the muscles, not by load, but by duration. After 4-second holds, he adds pulse reps and slow negatives, followed by partial reps to finish off, keeping the hamstrings under tension, far beyond what a standard set would deliver. Eric's workout is ideal for stimulating muscle growth without stressing the joints. Tough, but controlled. Proof that heavy weights aren't the only way to build serious legs. But many lifters look for a balance between old-school mass and pure tension. Next, a hybrid workout based on the classic format, updated for contemporary goals. After Eric's tension-based approach, Armando goes back to a classic bodybuilding leg day, but then updates it to suit his own long-term goals. More control, more range, and more tension where it matters. Kicking off with leg extensions to warm up the quads and joints. Then onto his main compound movement, Old school again. Barbell squat. 4 working sets, adding weight each set. Working in the 6 to 10 rep range. Heavy enough to stimulate growth. Light enough to stay controlled through a deep range of movement. After blasting the quads with these old school squats, Armando will use variations in the rest of his workout to maximize muscle engagement, control, and long-term progress. So for this goblet squat, he's standing on 2 platforms, letting him drop deeper for a greater range of motion through the quads and glutes, without compromising the position of his spine. On to stiff leg deadlifts. It's a slow, controlled movement for maximum tension on the hamstrings. Armando's variation on lying hamstring curl uses pulse reps. Again, all about tension. For leg press, Armando's gym has a machine called vertical leg press, where the trainer is flat on the floor pushing upwards. This setup already shifts emphasis toward the quads, but Armando's only doing half reps as a way of keeping even more tension in the quads, avoiding the lower part of the movement where he'd be using glutes and hamstrings. So this is about continuous tension on the quads. The finisher is a static lunge. Holding dumbbells either side, he's locked in the forward lunge position, with a gentle movement up and down. Again, all about maintaining tension, burning out the muscles at the end of the workout. Armando's leg workout is perfect for anyone looking to update the classic bodybuilding structure. Based on heavy compounds, progressive loading, proven movements, but refined through smart variations, greater range of motion, and increased time under tension. But what happens when the goal is no longer growth? When you've already built massive legs, and the goal is to maintain size and condition? Jiri is an open pro bodybuilder preparing for competition. Just 2 weeks out from the stage, Jiri's legs are already massive and shredded. So his leg day isn't about growth. He's taking in very low calories, so this workout is about retaining size, density, and detail while also managing fatigue. A leg day built around control, tension, and precision. First exercise is leg extensions, used here to pre-exhaust the quads. By using an isolation exercise to fatigue the quads first, Jiri can use less weight later on for his compound lifts. So a progressive warm-up, adding weight each set. Controlled tempo, full extension, firing up the muscle fibers to fully activate the quads. Now comes the main loading movement, leg press. Again, adding weight for multiple warm-up sets before reaching a near max load. Jiri's calorie intake is low, but he still needs to signal to the body that these muscles are needed. So it's 2 heavy sets, stopping just short of failure. Enough stimulus to maintain size and density, without creating damage he can't recover from. With the quads fully loaded, Jiri moves to hack squats. This is about time under tension, not weight. Slow eccentrics, no lockout, deep range of motion. The lighter load protects the joints, while the long set exhausts every remaining muscle fiber. Next, Jiri moves on to detail, starting with adductors, often overlooked but essential for thick, complete legs on stage. Finally, calves. Consistent stimulus to keep the smaller muscles full, even when calories are low. Jiri's leg workout isn't designed to build new muscle. It's about preserving everything he's built, using isolation to pre-exhaust, limiting heavy compound work, creating tension through control, not load. Stopping short of failure, a precision approach. Built for elite athletes at the sharp end of competition prep. So, old school or new school, whether you're building size, using tension, or preserving muscle, the right leg workout is the one that fits your body, your recovery, and your current phase of training.